Hey, everybody, getting ready for the second show. We're going to be talking about pizza. Let me grab a soda. Where is your go-to to get a slice? This show is just going to kill me because I'm starving. Let's do this. There's Pam Forster. We are live. I think. Nope. Now we're live on Instagram. I thought we were the whole time. Once Rikki gets in here, we will podcast.
Let's do it.
No, starving. BK Principato joined on Instagram. Shout out. Hello, hello. There's Rikki. All right, let's talk pizza.
Let's do.
There should be a tribute to my grandparents. I'll tell you why. And it has nothing to do with pizza. Rikki, you good? You gonna have everything without falling?
Hopefully.
Good. You have more stuff fall. Like, are you like on a
so no, the microphone is on my stand here, is on my dresser thing that I have, or desk. But the problem is this is attached to it and it's a pretty far reach. So sometimes if I pull too hard, it falls down. I try not to pull too hard, but it's just far enough away that it falls occasionally. So
you could probably buy an extender, like 3 foot.
I mean, I have to buy a whole new set of headphones. That's what I have to buy.
What's that? Yeah. So it might be easier, but yeah, but the set headphones probably help too.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. All right, here we go. So we are 2430. Hope this works. Welcome to episode 2430 of the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Rallman from BeOurGuestPodcast.com and one of the senior agents over at the Magic for Less Travel. Happy Friday to you. Hope you're ready for a great weekend. We're going to get you there with some fun talk, but hey, this one has a content warning going in. Don't listen hungry, because I'm telling you what, this show is going to get you hungry. So if you're getting ready to go on a run, or if you're on a run, you're just going to have to pick up the pace to get to the finish, because you're just going to want to run to a Little Caesars, a Papa John's, a Pizza Hut, whatever. If you're in St. Louis, an Emo's, a Cecil Whitaker's. That's a great thing about today's show, is that every community has their own spin on pizza. And we're going to talk about it today everywhere at Walt Disney World, and how one slice might save your vacation. At least it can save, I mean, I was going to say it can help a kid, but I mean, get real. It saves me many, many times too. So today it's all about pizza at Walt Disney World. So to talk about it today, we have Rikki from down at, she's down in Atlanta, but you find her over at themouseforless.com. Rikki, happy Friday. We made it to February. Holy smokes.
I cannot tell you how happy I am that we made it to February. It is like the best thing ever, because January felt so long. But what's also crazy is this month my daughter turns 1 year old. Oh my gosh, crazy! I know. End of the month, she will be 1 year old. So that's what we're gonna be doing, is celebrating her first birthday this month.
15 years she'll be driving. You'll be nervous.
That's all right. We'll be all right.
I'm telling you, it never ends, man. The gray hairs pop out like crazy, but it happens fast. So be ready. I'm telling you.
Well, Brian's already getting the gray hair, so you know it's all, and I've had it since I was in my 20s, so we're good.
I don't, but I have help from.
I mean, I also have help. It's not like I don't.
I wear hats and help from
trust me.
science. But yeah, just don't turn on the song. So the song by Jordan Davis called "Next Thing You Know." When it comes on at mile 18 of your marathon playlist, dude, you choke up. You're going over an overpass. Dude, destroyed me.
Okay, well, I'll definitely not do that one.
Growing up. Yeah, don't do it. Anyway, also joining us, we have Pam Forrester. She's the co-owner of the Magic for Less Travel and still at Disney's Polynesian Village Resort. What's up, Pam Forrester? How is Ohana's wafting still going?
It is pervasive, I will say. It's hard to get away from. You smell it hard. So no, it's good. I love hearing it. You might hear they've lit the tiki torches here. So that's a cool time of night. And the kids are doing their Lord of the Flies impression out here in the green space that's right outside my window. I'm like, I think the kids are having fun or something horrible is happening. One or the other is happening. So
that's a cool thing about Disney vacations, though, is a lot of times you will see when you take time to just kind of chill out at your resort, you see a lot of kids that maybe are vacationing with cousins that they only get to see on vacation. Maybe they haven't seen them for years, but it's all of a sudden that instant bonding, right? Because I had cousins like that. I only saw them like at Christmas, maybe twice a year. And like, I didn't have a brother. So my two cousins that were, my age, like we instantly, you were like best friends. You wouldn't see each other for a year, but then you saw each other and within 5 minutes, you were best friends again. But I could only imagine what an experience would be like, hanging out at the Polynesian. I bet you see a lot of that while you're out, over there.
For sure. And even like the kids who are like, hey, what's your name? And then the friendship starts like immediately. That's the sweetest.
It is. I look like, because, so every morning it's weird because, you guys probably have Google Photos too, right? And so every morning as I'm shaving, it's because I have an Apple Watch, right? And so I shower with my Apple Watch on because it's waterproof. And I'm shaving, and so I guess there's like a time, like it's usually like 8:12 or something. It goes bing, and it sends me a memory. Okay, so it's like I'm always like, okay, because I always check it because again, Mallory's driving, paranoid is all get out now forever. So I always look, and it's always a memory. And so the other day it was Mallory swimming in the pool at Pop Century with this kid. I have no idea who she is, but upon further review, it's like, those commercials now where like somebody throws the red bean bag, like, and they bring out the little box so you can look at the review. I was thinking about it the whole day. That girl was a kid that she met at the Pop Century bowling pin pool on one of our vacations. They became fast friends, never to see each other again. Like, but I mean, like, all it took was hanging out at the pool for 5 minutes. They became like best friends. And then, she went back to her place. Mallory came back to St. Louis and never saw the girl again. But I was like, who is that? And then I finally put two and two together. They were friends for like 3 days.
Yep. Vacation friends are awesome.
But it drove me nuts. I was like, did they play soccer together? No, it was Paige. It wasn't even Mallory. It was Paige. I was like, who is this? But that's who it was. Anyway, I bet you probably out there have the similar stories. Because I was just like, I cannot place who this kid is. And it's driving me nuts. Like, because I coached a lot of the teams for Paige, right? So I'm like, were they on the soccer team? Were they on the softball team? Like, did they go to school together? Like, they were like, hugging in the pool. I could tell. It was weird. Anyway, let's talk pizza. So we're getting ready. This is the weekend with no football. It's all the media stuff. We're got the Super Bowl next week. Don't come at me because I use the word. We're just a podcast. We don't have any money. You're not getting anything out of me. But
it's the big game.
It's the big game. That's right. Exactly. And so next week we'll have all the parties. Let me go around. What is the best Super Bowl party food? Is pizza a Super Bowl party food for you guys? Rikki, do you have it? We're going to a Super Bowl party. Do you have a Super Bowl party?
Yeah, we actually go to a Super Bowl party every year. We, Brian's coworker, he actually has a party, and we go every year. And usually I make some sort of like sweet treat for it. So I come up with something and then go with that. So that's kind of where we go. So
But is pizza like at your party?
No, they usually have Willie's, which is a Mexican restaurant here. It's a quick service, like, or Mexican place, and they do really awesome like basically take and make burritos and stuff like that. So we usually end up getting Willie's. Yeah.
You got my attention. Pam Forrester, do you guys do Super Bowl parties ever? And is pizza a Super Bowl party food?
I don't know that pizza is. I feel like more Super Bowl food is like nachos, wings, buffalo chicken dip, I think has to be on there for sure, right? Like those kind of things. Maybe some of that crescent roll vegetable pizza, that, right? I mean, those are kind of staple things. Not pizza so much, but I think pizza's a good anytime food, right? I mean, you don't need a special occasion for pizza.
Well, see, here in St. Louis, we'll always have a pizza at a Super Bowl party because I don't know, like in St. Louis, we have St. Louis style pizza, which is like real thin crust, and we cut it into squares. So our pizza has Provel cheese, and it's called Emos, and it's called the Square Beyond Compare. So it's cut into little squares. So it's very easy to take little, because it's not the triangles like the big wedges, like
right.
and stuff. So you can take these little squares, and it's just easy to throw a couple of squares on your plate with some wings and all the other goodies. So it's really kind of a nice little hors d'oeuvre. Well, we don't have hors d'oeuvres. It's a Super Bowl party, just like little wedges and little samples. So we do have pizzas at our Super Bowl parties, but basically you go for the good stuff, like the wings and the dips. But it will be there just because somebody like me would wimp out and be like, it's just easy to, like, if you got to bring something,
right?
Call Emos across the street, pick one up, grab it, dude. You're covered, But everybody likes it except my brother. If people are not from St. Louis, though, they hate it. That's the thing. You can tell if somebody's from St. Louis. They love Emos.
I crave Emos.
If they're not from St. Louis, they cannot stand Emos because of Provel cheese. It's so funny. It's like a litmus test. It's wild. So I'm not kidding. People from St. Louis listening to the show, they will back me up on this because my brother-in-law, he's like, that pizza is vile.
No, it's fantastic.
That's funny.
I missed it so much.
It's wild. You got to be from St. Louis to know. Anyway, so let's get to the best pies and some of maybe the underrated pies and where to get them. People might not even think to get them around Walt Disney World. So let's nominate some good places to get pie. Rikki, lead us off. Let's don't go super in depth so we can get a lot of choices in here. Rikki, go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm going to go with one of my absolute favorite places to get pizza. And look, it's not good pizza. I know it's not good pizza. It's serviceable pizza. It's pizza for when you're in the mood or have a kid who needs pizza. And it's Pizza Rizzo at Disney's Hollywood Studios. It's seriously like, I can't tell you how awesome their pizza is when you're just really craving bad pizza, because it's not great. It's very doughy pizza, which not a lot of people like. There's not a lot of toppings necessarily on it. There's not a lot of sauce. There's not a lot of cheese. Probably not a lot of other toppings. I usually just get cheese because I'm basic like that. But it's really the majority is dough, and then there's a little bit of,
You're really selling this. It's really,
I know,
right? I'm like,
it's not okay. All right, I'm sorry, but it's always been my favorite pizza, even when you go back to the days of Pizza Planet, and because it's the same kind of pizza that they had at Pizza Planet. So it's seriously, it's basic good pizza. I enjoy it very much because there's something so special about going up to the second floor, which if you haven't gone up there, you definitely need to look, because a lot of people don't think about it. There's a lot of seating downstairs. There's a lot of seating outside, but they have that whole area upstairs for guests to sit at. And it's oftentimes not crowded, especially the room of the ballroom where you can go. And I mean, they play some of the best music in that ballroom. It's like, it's themed after a wedding reception. And it's seriously so much fun to go sit in there. That's probably half of why I enjoy eating at Pizza Rizzo, is because of the music, and it's just a good time. You're going to find families dancing in that room all the time. They have an actual dance floor. There's always a little kid out there dancing, or me. So, it's a good time. They have good salad there. That's oftentimes a part of your meal. They have good meatball subs, I think, sometimes. It's a really good, solid place if you're looking for just basic pizza. So I know I probably didn't sell the pizza very much, but, I think it's good. I think it's a fun place to go. It's about the atmosphere. It's about the enjoyment of it. And it's about just getting a slice. So that's why I like going there.
It's basic with the caps lock on.
This is true.
It's exactly what it is. But the upstairs atmosphere in the wedding reception room is amazing because it takes me back to my DJing days. I look for Donna and Rick like to shoot the wedding reception. I'm back behind the table getting ready to play the first dance and call the groom and his mom out to dance to Unforgettable.
It's so fantastic.
It's amazing. It takes me back to my days. Okay, so that's Pizza Rizzo. Great start. Pam Forrester, another place to get some good pie. What are we talking?
All right. So over in Disney Springs, there's a lot of places to get some pizza, but I think one that just you don't hear a lot about, and I'm not sure why. I think it sort of started on a rocky start, but is Pizza Ponte there. And I sort of like this place because they have square pizza, they have round pizza, they have sandwiches, they have salads, they have cannoli, all kinds of stuff like that. But I really like the assortment of different pizzas that they have. There's always it has a bunch of different toppings, pizza that has different toppings you can choose from. And I like that they have square and round. So there's sort of something for everyone there. But Pizza Ponte is sort of located there you sort of go up that hill. Oh my gosh, why am I blanking on the name? Enzo. Maria and Enzo. So it's right next to it. So it's worth checking out though.
Okay. Now you hear I kind of teased this on Wednesday. Now this is a place where I was shocked. We went here. Scott made this ADR. Il Molino. We had a really good pizza over there. Pam, have you been there? Il Molino?
Yeah.
Right? So here's the deal though. To go in, you cannot wear a hat in Il Molino. Gentlemen must take off their hats to go in this restaurant. So I was sporting hair at this restaurant, and so was Scotty G. But it was fine. It was good. My hair was combed. And so, I mean, it wasn't the end of the world. And everybody else was wearing hair that night. So we went in there looking.
Wait. You just said everybody else was wearing hair that night?
Oh, it's a joke. I mean, because nobody had their hats on. Like everybody was like on a fairground. It wasn't like, just so anyway, it was a bad joke. But we had a pizza there. I think we had it like as an appetizer though, like a shared, like for the table. Here's the deal. If you ever dine with Scotty G, and it's a great experience, just let me tell you, I get to do this all the time. It's like a VIP experience, but I get to live it all the time because he's my bud. It's cool to dine with Scotty G and the Gardners. They're awesome. He's my best friend. But he always orders something for the table. And
ask Scotty G who taught him that.
I was going to say, that's definitely a Pam Forrester thing.
Okay, I don't know. Well, I'm glad wherever we got it from, it's the bomb. Because like I spent like 2 weeks with the dude for coast to coast, and it was awesome. But anyway, he orders like a pizza for the table, so you get to have like a slice, just to kind of keep your tumbler from rumbling while you're waiting for lasagna to come out, because lasagna takes forever at an Italian restaurant, and you could be dead by the time it gets to your table. Anyway, I think we got a quattro formaggi because they have that over there, and that's like my favorite kind to get because I only get it at Walt Disney World, usually at Via Napoli, which we'll probably talk about later. But it was stinking good. Like I just remember like all of us, because it was all the Gardners, it was Emily and Elizabeth and Scott and I, and we just like oh my god, this pizza is so good. And we got pastas later as our main course, but like as we left there, we kept saying, man, we should just come here and just get pizzas. It was that good. So I know a lot of people don't think about Il Molino. Is it at the Dolphin or the Swan? I can't remember which one. I think it's at the Dolphin. I think.
I can't remember which one it's at either, actually.
Too, but either way, just look it up. But again, can't wear a hat, so be ready. But it's not because you think, oh my gosh, it's super fancy on the inside. It's not. I mean, it's kind of like a atmosphere of like a Via Napoli once you're in there. But the pizza was really, really good. And it might not be on your radar, but if you're staying over in that area, like the Epcot area resorts, walk over, get an ADR, and all the other food was really good too. But that pizza was rocking. Just saying. So, all right, Rikki, give us another one.
I mean, let's go with the one you just talked about, Via Napoli. It's some of the best pizza in Walt Disney World. It's a very Italian pizza from the Naples region, and they import the water for that pizza there, so it's really really authentic pizza. And they have, like you mentioned, the quattro formaggi, which the running joke back in the day was it's forget your husband's name good, because that's what I did. I could not remember Brian's name after eating that pizza. So that was it's a really good pizza. They have many different sizes. Trust me when I say that a family can share this pizza easy peasy, no problems. We've shared it amongst large groups, even, especially when you get that huge version of the pizza, and had absolutely no problem eating it, especially if you get an appetizer for the table, then you're really good to go. But even a small pizza is going to be definitely shareable for a couple of people. So they have some really unique pizzas as well there too, different flavors that aren't just normal like pepperoni. I mean, they have that, but they have some interesting flavors there as well. But trust me, it is some good pizza if you can get there. It's really good.
So we went there with again over Marathon weekend. We had an ADR there with the Andersons and with the Gardners, and we got two. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Of the half-meter pizzas, because we couldn't remember how big they were. So that's the biggest pizza. We got two of those things for
that's huge.
Holy God, those things took up the entire two of those things took up the entire table. They were enormous. But we're not quitters, people. We do not quit. We are not giving up. We ate the whole dang thing.
Oh my goodness.
Oh God,
that's a lot of pizza. How many people?
Like 6 of us.
That's still
because Emily got spaghetti and meatballs. So
my goodness. So she didn't really eat it. Okay.
So it was like Wade and his wife.
My goodness.
Scott and Elizabeth, me, and Beth. Was Beth even there? Because Jocelyn dropped in like out of nowhere. I didn't know she was on the East Coast. Like all of a sudden, boom, Jocelyn snuck in like behind somebody. I don't know. And like Georgia was there all of a sudden. Moose was there, but they weren't eating. They didn't eat. They just all of a sudden popped in. I don't know where they came from. We were just trying to finish this pizza. And all of a sudden we had a cheering section. So, but we finished it like champs do. We're not quitters, but holy, I was in such pain, dude. I didn't know I was going to make it out of Epcot that night. I mean, I must have ate 7,000.
That's a lot of pizza.
That was a lot, dude. Scott did something tremendous. He made what was called a pizza wallet because our server obviously was from Italy, right? And he told about like Scott thought he invented something. He took a piece of because we had two of the huge pizzas. One was quattro formaggi. One was like some kind of meat. I don't know. It was something. But he took a piece of the quattro formaggi and folded it on top of the other kind and like made this like pocket kind of thing.
Got it.
Together and ate it together but then the guy from Italy was like, oh, that's a thing where I come from. It's called a pizza wallet. And I'm like, you thought you invented something. It's a thing in Italy. He's like, I don't care. It's good. And it was amazing. I was like, you're a genius. Like that is the coolest thing ever. And the guy was like, oh my gosh, you did it just like back home. Oh, it's so cool. But yeah, it's good. Via Napoli rocks. It's so good. That's the best. That is to me the best pizza at Walt Disney World.
Absolutely. 100%.
All right, Pam Forrester. God, I'm so hungry right now. I could just chew on this desk right now. But go ahead, Pam.
Talking about pizza doesn't help either. Really and truly. It sounds good every time. Like even if I just had pizza yesterday,
you can go for it today, again.
100%.
So many varieties of pizza. You can
There are, and so that's what I'm going to go for too. There is, I think that people won't think about this one because it's just not. When you think this place, you don't think pizza. But the California Grill has some fantastic, and they call it flatbread there, right? Yep. Disney is famous for like flatbread being pizza, right? They have so many different flatbreads, but. So California Grill is prefix right now, and you get an appetizer, entree, and dessert. And one of the first course choices that you have is not just sushi, but also a pizza. And it's usually something really creative. I was looking to see what kind they had right now. They have a stone fruit and burrata pizza, which sounds fantastic. It has stone fruit, prosciutto, salted pistachio, mozzarella. I mean, this sounds like
I think I like everything but the stone fruit because I'm not sure what that is.
It's like a peach. It's like a peach or a nectarine.
Yeah, I still think I might skip that. I like everything else on that except for the peach.
I bet you'd like it. But anyways, yeah. So they're really creative with that. And they've had that for as long as I can remember. Once they made the switch to California Grill, they always had some kind of pizza. I can remember Steve and I go in there years and years and years ago. And they had a pizza that had like smoked salmon on it and a cream cheese, and it was fantastic. But anyways, they're really creative with pizza, so don't discount that pizza. Since you each get an appetizer, entree, and dessert, my suggestion: one of you get a sushi, one of you get the pizza, and then you go then you go back and forth. You're in a good spot right there. I'm just saying. So yeah, California Grill.
And that's a great way to do it, though. One sushi, one pizza, split it, and everybody, you get
right.
Oh yeah. So you guys, see, that's why you're experts. Right. And here's my philosophy on why they call it flatbread. They just do that to mess up the Midwesterners. We don't know. We're like, dude, is it pizza or is it flatbread? Like, what? I just I told.
Then they just sit back and watch.
Because I've always told Mallory and Paige both, like, it's just another word for pizza. Like, what's the difference? I don't know. It's pizza. Like, is there a difference, really? I mean, why do they?
Well, the flatbreads. I mean, for us in Missouri, we're used to pizza being thin crust, but most places, I feel like they don't have a thin crust pizza. So for them, it's flatbread because everywhere else, pizza has a much thicker crust.
We have both here. We have both thin and thick pizza in Pennsylvania.
Let's get philosophical here, ladies and gentlemen.
I know, right?
But flatbread is kind of like a cracker thin crust, like we have with our pizza in Missouri. So I think that's why we don't have flatbreads in Missouri, really, because Emo's is a flatbread if you really want to look at it that way.
So if I go
and they're sort of like
flatbread,
yes, exactly. They would look at you funny, but that's.
Too, like the flatbreads are usually sort of oblong, like that.
It's
so but I mean, at the end of the day, yes, it's pizza. If you're putting, bread with cheese and even with or without sauce, I'm still most of the time considering that pizza. So
I just want to make sure we solve one of the world's major problems before
we did. Yeah. Write that down on our list of things that we've figured out.
I mean, this way we can be an educational podcast.
Right. 100%.
Okay. So one of my other rules of life, and I have a few rules, Mike, Mike in the Midwest here, is that you never, ever pass up the opportunity to get pizza at a bowling alley, because bowling alleys have great apps and pizzas. Crust Bowl, where I grew up, dude, greasy pizza by the slice, always so good. Probably I won't live very long past what I am right now because of how many pizzas I had there. Also, Spinning Wheels Roller Rink probably at least took 7 years off my life because I ate so many pizzas there. But either way, good. I enjoyed it when I had it. Getting back to that, Splitsville. I've had pizza there twice, and it has never, ever disappointed. And the pie to go to at Splitsville is the barbecue chicken pizza. Now, I don't know how people feel about this, but I am a huge barbecue chicken pizza fan. Do you guys like barbecue chicken pizza?
Yeah, Wolfgang Puck actually made that famous, I believe. That was one of the early days in his early restaurants. That was something that was like almost always there. So love the I love creative pizzas. Like, why are we only sticking to 2 toppings? Like, there's more than pepperoni and mushrooms, friends.
Yeah, I mean, and I like Hawaiian pizza. I know people complain about the Hawaii, like the ham and the pineapple. I love that. Like,
I do too.
Yeah, don't at me or whatever they say. I love that.
Sorry, there's a dance party going on.
Hula girls.
Yes.
Pretty soon I'm going to be asked to join in.
You're gonna have to do the limbo out there or something.
Is Steve leading it? I mean, is he out there?
Yes, I think Steve's out there.
Did he get a Yahtzee? Is he heading to the pool? What's going on? No, but they have a great barbecue chicken pizza there, and I've had it, and it is so good. The first time I ever had that was actually in St. Louis at California Pizza Kitchen back in the day at the mall, and I was like, oh my gosh, what is this sorcery? It is so tasty. But they have a really good one there, and they have, basic ones. They have one called the Killer Bee, mozzarella, pepperoni, mushroom, and basil drizzled with Mike's hot honey. So it's my hot honey. I don't know who Mike is other than me. But hot honey coming on that one if it's called the Killer Bee, why not get it and find out? Pretty coming in.
How bad can pizza ever be? Really?
That's what I'm saying. At a bowling alley, you know what I'm saying? You're going to have the pin sounds and the ball returns and Pam Forrester, lane 18. Ready? Got your shoes?
And I'll say no, but I will have a cold beer with that.
There you go. Exactly. Dude, just give my pizza, my beer. I'm good. Okay. Splitsville. Okay, let's go around one more time. What else we got? Rikki, go.
All right, so I'll throw into, if you're looking for pizza, in a couple of different places that's kind of quick service pizza. First, you have Pinocchio's Village House, which they have flatbreads. So just throwing that out there, they don't have pizza, but it's flatbread. You know, based off the conversation we had earlier. But they have an all meat one. They have a gourmet cheese one, which is where I live at, and a margarita flatbread, as well as a pepperoni one. They also have a plant-based cheese pizza, so not sure. I guess that's just not real cheese. So there's that. So then we also have Pizza Fari, which is at Disney's Animal Kingdom. And
you know what? Let me stop you there. I don't think I've ever been to Pizza Fari.
I've been there once, and I remember getting a kid's cheese pizza. So that's all I remember, because that's all I remember. Again, their pizza is kind of similar to what you get at Pizza Rizzo, but without the excitement of having that fancy ballroom. So I think that's why it's kind of like, I don't know if I go to Pizza Rizzo. Plus, you have so many other great choices of food at Disney's Animal Kingdom.
That's my problem.
I mean, you got, Flame Tree, you got Satilli Canteen, and a lot of other options. So
Yak and Yeti.
Yeah, Yak and Yeti, yeah. So, and ironically enough, they don't have that many pizza options at Pizza Fari. They only have a couple, and it's pepperoni pizza, a sausage and pepperoni pizza, and a cheese pizza. So, I mean, we're definitely talking basic pizzas here. Definitely don't have a lot of choices, which is kind of surprising. They have more pasta entrees, it seems like, and they have a chicken parmesan sandwich and a Caesar salad. So that's kind of interesting that they have all that stuff. More salads than anything else at a pizza place. Well, that makes sense, but still. So yeah, I mean, those are the two. And then they also, I believe they still have pizza at Connections Cafe or Connections Eatery, I guess I should say.
Yeah.
And those are pretty decent slices. I usually end up getting the sandwiches there, but they have some pretty good pizza options if you're looking for just, basic pizza.
That pizza does look good at Connections. I've never gotten it because I always get that General Tso's chicken salad. That thing is oh my God, I always get that thing. But when I see people go by with that piece of pizza, I'm like, that thing looks stellar.
It does look like a really good pizza. It looks like a really good pizza. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that thing. Because do you guys get that too? Like where like you order something and like
pizza envy.
Exactly. I'm always like, God, I should have ordered that. But I mean, of course, what you order, you think is the best thing on the menu. That's why you ordered it, right? But then people walk by with that shiny, like green piece of pizza, like, oh, I could rip that up right now. But
that's right. Exactly.
Okay, so Pam Forster, I want you to give yours, and then I wanted to ask you one other question that you are very suited for when it comes to pizza. But go ahead with your last thing here.
All right. Well, I'm going to go with another flatbread option, but this is not just your everyday flatbread option. This is a morning flatbread option, and this is the Pizza Win. I'm telling you, it is so good, and they have one at the Polynesian.
She's right.
It's a flatbread, and on it has scrambled eggs, bacon, sausage, cheddar and mozzarella, and Parmesan cheese with a homemade sausage gravy as like your sauce instead of like a red sauce, right? And it is so good. And the one at the Polynesian is way big, like big enough to share for breakfast for sure. But I love this concept. And in fact, I try to duplicate it at home. Like I'll do like some kind of sausage gravy and stuff like that, like on holidays, and to try to duplicate this idea of breakfast pizza. But it is so good. And they have it at a lot of different quick service locations here at the resort. Some are better than others. Some are just sort of like they put a red sauce on it and some other stuff and call it breakfast pizza. And I'm like, no. This is not breakfast pizza. But there's other ones that do it really good too. So try that out if you're down here.
So let me ask you this as we kind of wrap up the pizza talk. We'll continue this on Sunday night. So give us a call. Where do you get because of course you got so many other places. I mean, you could get a piece on the boardwalk at the window. Trattoria El Forno has pizza that's pretty good. It's just, I mean, it's everywhere.
Don't forget Blaze, which has
Melrose. Blaze cheap pizza, but it's good and you customize it. And it's fast. It's super fast. I mean, there's so many places. But I was going to ask, so you're down there for an extended period of time. Maybe it's kind of right now, but you were really down there for an extended period of time last year or the year before. Mm-hmm. If you were to get pizza delivered from an offsite place, like I know there's a place called Flippers that's kind of famous. what are a couple of the places that you might, have you ever done that? Like, is there like famous or better offsite options to maybe get delivered to your hotel room? Because sometimes they slip those places under your door. I don't know.
I know. No, don't ever call the flyers.
No, don't call the flyers under the door. No,
because those are a scam.
They
and
are
they're going
definitely
to
scams.
I don't do
take
that.
your credit card.
I definitely don't do that. I'm just saying, like, what's
Okay.
the point of that stuff?
Yes.
Well, good. Don't let the listeners do that either. Okay.
Good. All right, good. Okay. We're an educational podcast twice today. Good.
Don't do that. So, anyways, there actually is there are a couple Giordano's that
That's
are
one of my
in
favorite
the
places
area.
to go.
And if you don't know, it's more of a Chicago style, really thick crust pizza. But I think, and if you're not getting sausage and mushrooms on it, you're doing it wrong. But whatever, you gotta at least have the sausage on it because it like needs something like bold to sort of stand up to that really thick crust and the sauce and stuff like that. But anyways, there's a few different locations. They will deliver. It takes a while. We've usually gone to get it, and again, it takes a while then too.
I mean, it takes a while if you're in the restaurant too.
Yeah. It does. It
does.
does.
We get that in Chicago when we go to see Paige. It takes forever in the restaurant.
It just does.
Yeah.
And I wish I had. There are some great little local places, and I wish I had a name of them. That serve some great pizza, but just use Google reviews or something to find that. But
my brother's in chat. He might be able to answer the question real quick, but I don't know if he's still here anymore. So
Flippers and Giordano's are the two that you hear about the most. So
yeah, I've always heard about Flippers. I think Flippers is more kind of like your college town, like pizza style, like cheap, quick, like sustain you pizza where you can get a few pies. You know what, actually we had some good pizza, speaking of like cheap quick pizzas, like at the food court at All-Star Sports one time. Like you wouldn't think about that, but that pizza was good because you can get it by the pizza, like a box.
Right, you can do that at a few.
Yeah.
And those aren't bad. Like if you got a family and you're just trying to like go sit by the pool, like people might not know that, but you can get whole pizzas at the value resorts.
And you can, at most of them. There is a new pieology at the Flamingo Crossings that is decent. Try that out. You get to sort of make your own there. So that was something that I was thinking about too. That's one of the locations that we've gone to.
All right. So don't walk to your nearest Pizza Hut today after we wrap today's show as we're doing right now. So I'm sorry that we got you starving, but it is the weekend. You need to treat yourself. And I bet you I know what you're having for dinner tonight. Yeah, everybody's calling their significant others like, tonight, we're not going to Texas Roadhouse. We're going to Pizza Hut. We're going to, I don't know, you're probably not going to Pizza Hut, but we're the Giordano's if you're in Chicago or, wherever. But have yourself a piece of pie this weekend and enjoy. But Sunday night we'll be together, 7:00 Eastern, 6:00 Central, all the places, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram. Give us a call and tell us, where's your favorite place to get pizza at Walt Disney World? How has it saved the day? Let's talk pizza Sunday night. We can talk about anything you want. It's your show. But we can continue this conversation over there. Don't forget, today's show brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. We don't deliver pizzas, but we deliver great vacations at no additional cost to you. Just swing by the website this weekend over at themagicforless.com. We'll take care of you. Walt Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Cruise Line Adventures by Disney. We love helping you plan magical vacations. We'll get you the best deal possible as well at the same time. So again, magicforless.com. Please also use our Amazon affiliate link, beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. And thank you to our all-stars, our Patreon supporters. You guys are the best. You can become one of those as well. Just $5 a month. It really does help us out. And you'll get our bonus show. It's called Mike in the Midwest, and it comes out every single week. So come on over, patreon.com/Be Our Guest Podcast. Stalk our social media this weekend and see what pizzas we are getting, because I bet you we'll be eating pizza at some point after the show. Rikki Nibs, that's Rikki. She's at Rikki Nibs. I'm at Be Our Guest Mike, and Pam's at TMFLT Pam, and I bet you'll see a slice on our social media, especially Instagram. So peep us out. And that's about it. So we'll be together again on Monday with a great trip report. And so just have a great weekend. So until we get back together again, you guys stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you real soon. Good stuff. Oh God, I'm hungry.
Boom.
Oh my Lord.
Now talking about pizza. Holy
I know.
cow.
I'm making pasta for dinner, and now like maybe I should go order a pizza instead.
No.
Usually we do have pizza on Monday nights after I finish recording. And
Oh man.
I wanted to do something
Fine.
different, but now I'm like, maybe
Yeah,
pizza's
that
where
was
it's
too
at.
dangerous. So we should not do something that specific.
It is so
we're
good.
looking at this menu of pizzas. Oh,
It's so good.
all
So
gone.
good.
All right. Well, Pam, thanks for jumping in for
Yeah.
Walt Disney World. Rikki, thanks for
guys.
hopping in.
All right.
Thanks.
See you guys next week.
All
Have
right.
fun. See y'all
Bye.
Okay.
later.
See you.
Bye,
Bye.
Pam.